former teammates, former brothers in arms. And the last time they met, it was a clean sweep, Jay. OMiT walked the floor with now P7. Surely it doesn't happen the same way.
Oh yeah, it's been like that for quite some time now. You end up the Challengers Elite Stage 3 with both squads going up against each other. You don't beat them in a single map. You meet them again at DreamHack, you don't beat them. You meet them at Challengers Champs, you don't beat them again and don't take a map versus them. So this is just a very tough matchup for P7. You got players who have obviously been in and out the league. They've had multiple opportunities to continue to shine. But it's just something about this OMiT lineup and the AR presence that they have on that side. It seems to be too much to handle for Prolu and Brack. They need to be on point here today.
Well, this could be it. This could be the day for them to get that lick back. We love seeing it here in the Call of Duty world. We love an underdog story. And P7 right now, by all accounts, punditry aside, they do seem to be that. We'll see if today is the day where everything changes for them. OMiT, though, coming into this one, the clear favourites. A lot of pressure on their shoulders. They might have got a couple of big wins there in the semi-professional world, but now the biggest of big leagues. And here at EWC, what might feel like a regular day in the office could become one of the tougher challenges they have yet. Here we go, folks, into map number 1. P7, take it on OMiT.
Here we go. On board here with Craze. The shining light for them. Yesterday versus FaZe, he dropped double 40 bombs in both of the HPs. And Vivid was the guy that went to Twitter, said that I was struggling in the respawn. That cannot happen today. So already into the P1, P7 soaking up a lot of time. Mamba's able to find a double. The trades better for OMiT. You can soak up the hill with 30 seconds still remaining.
We're looking towards P2 as well. That's the way things go on Hacienda. The center of the map is going to be your first hard point. The second one will be where number 6 is right now on that mini-map. A very, very dangerous position. 3 ways in. 4 technically, including the water. And with all of those members of P7 finding kills now across the map, they go but right into Mac. And Mac, hungry for the challenge on the second man, not going to have it. Next up, perfect timing on a Prolu. That is unbelievable. Now the next man in the hill. There's simply no way. Surrounded. Here come the reinforcements though. OMiT trying to break the hill.
That's a big double there from Mac to give his team another chance potentially on an early break, but Standy's able to take care of Craze. Now P7 have to hold from the front side. Tight setup. You have a little bit of lobby control as well. Everyone from OMiT committing through driveway. Who's going to get the opening kill? Prolu and Brack. The AR's already shining at the P2.
Look at that stacked up close though on the inside of the point. P7 now trying to buy some space. But wait, Mama finding one through the side door. Up to Brack, the next gun at the ready. Yuli tries to plug the hole, finds at least one with a team kill, and an awkward moment indeed. Over to Brack, finds 2 with a pistol. Last man gets the break, but the reinforcements are here for P7. And what a second hard point, Jay, they've had already.
Yeah, this is a perfect start if you are P7 to gain some early momentum into this series. You punch them in the mouth off the rotation, even when you don't have the preferred side, and you hold it down from the front. Eventually flip them out. You're going to have a 40 to 50 point lead going over towards P3. OMiT are not going to commit anyone to try to chow that again, but Craze is going to fall. So now he's going to spawn at O, but thankfully you got a Reese Vivid, a veteran, able to pop 3, and now you're stable at P3 now.
Over the fences, and we've got Mac on time. Vivid finding himself 4 now in a row. Doesn't find any of these kills near the objective though, so not a huge amount of points secured. I'm going to be looking towards that Hellstorm anytime soon, but looking towards the hard point. Here come P7, Yuli, the first man there to make contact on the contest. Covering fire is there. Mac takes care of his teammate. Can he keep the play alive for a second longer? Enough to get his boys involved. So now this hard point wide open, unless Mamba says something about it, and he's already on time. Another to his name, nearly. Waiting for the reinforcements, and here come OMiT.
Those are good nades right there from Yuli. A roller to pop a double initially to slow them down. Good one to find an opening onto Mamba, but the trade's better from OMiT. 3 dead in the feed, make it all 4. This final 15 seconds is going to be theirs, and now Craze is in a position to cut them off the rotation.
Great stuff though again out of P7. We've talked about the rivalry, the history they've got as a squad. Currently they're sitting with the lead. Beautiful shot, set a Mamba, not enough for the second. Over the rock hard point we go, and Craze biding his time, waiting for his teammates, doing this alone. What a high IQ play this could be. He pops in. Damage, not enough for the kills. Here come the nades over the top. Beautiful work, and what a bit of help there from OMiT. The break is nearly complete. Standy last man down. That's their hard point.
Standy walked right by Craze, so the fact that you don't spot him, he makes an impactful play with the nade to find an opening. But now there's only one player left. Mac is instantly going to fall. You're not in the position to now play the trades. The advantage is in favor of P7, and Brack again lines up a double to hold down the time.
What a break. 30 seconds to go here on Rock Hardpoint, and P7 are walking away with this opening set of hardpoints here on Hacienda. Prolu back to time. Trophy's working away there. We're going to see a last-minute contest. Opportunity for the break here. Brack on the outside, down and out. Final 14 now. Actually, still anyone's. Standy is keeping this hard point very much in the danger zone. And there we go. OMiT with some solid scrap.
And the crazy thing is, you're probably feeling, watching the game from the beginning to right now, that P7 are in dominant form. Like, they've already done a great job at P2. They start off with a good chunk of time at P4 as well. You're winning majority of both the hills, but it's still only a 12-point game. OMiT are keeping themselves in it. But now on the second set, it's a trade back and forth from Mackenzie. Melts is able to line up a double. You're going to turn it into a one-on-one. We want to maintain the map control before we hop in the hard point. And now, OMiT are in.
And Mac at that 13 and 9, he's woken up today with murder on his mind. Vivid on time. Prolu unable to get anything going here. Not going to soften up the defenders there on the top side of the map. Oh, Craze somehow catching out Yuli there. There's the trades. Can Brack step up to the plate? Indeed, finds two. The third man down low. Perfect coverage here as OMiT somehow keep that P1 time flowing as long as they could.
Yeah, but all the map control in favor of P7. You just don't want to die in this scenario. Craze pops a double, but it's still P7 soaking up the time, and they have the smalls that they want for P2. Final 10 seconds here. Mac again wins a miraculous gunfight there versus Standy, but it's going to be P7 set up properly again at the P2, waiting for that first push.
Yeah, Mac is having a wonderful morning, really. 17 and 10, 3 spree currently. But back over we go to P2 with P7 already in the driver's seat of the Lambo. They've got themselves a little bit of work now to do against the next wave of kills, but not a problem. 3 dead. Last man Craze from the inside of lobby now. Is Proluk going to be there for it? No, that is it. Step by step. Can we get closer? Brack and Yuli, the ARs now of P7, singing pretty as this hard point is still theirs.
Yeah, the ARs are hitting diff right now in a situation where Yuli's picking one up off the ground to assist his teammates as well. But this P2 has treated them fantastic so far on this map, number 1. Final 25 seconds. Brack is consistently lighting up in the kill feed. He still knows that there's pressure front to front. Can he pop all 4 to hold down this time? He knows that Craze knows that he's going to be overwhelmed, but doesn't need the ego, Chow. On 5 in a row. Another dominant P2 gives you a hefty lead going into P3.
Great movement there by Brack. He doesn't leave the hard point. He's trying to get every single second possible to secure the Hellstorm. There it is, in the back pocket. You might call it in right now. Go for it, mate. You've got a wide open hard point over by fences. OMiT, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a problem, but the position that he's calling it in from, all the way at Spiral, you're only going to allow your teammates to still be in a 3v3 scenario. I would have loved for him to save that cruise missile going over towards P4, because P3 tends to be scrappy, going back and forth between both squads, because now Vivid on the pinch is able to pop a double. At least your team is still soaking up the time, but this should be an instant break here for OMiT.
Oh, that is magic. 2 for Craze, 2 from Vivid. Instant break. Now looking towards the spawners. A split, though. Proluk will be on the right flank in a moment. Mac's going to deal with that. Good job done. Now eyes to the left flank. Craze on time. Catches himself 1. The snap not really there, as OMiT have managed to survive the Hellstorm, and they've survived a couple of waves. What a fence's hard point this was.
Yeah, but now OMiT have an opportunity to make up for it here. Mamba's in a big, crucial position to at least find an opening. Gets the first onto Prolu, finessing around the rock, but cannot get the better of Yuli. The preferred weapon in hand for the SMG gets the job done, so P7 win the rotation. Again, towards another money hill. OMiT need to stop the bleeding, need a break.
Yeah, Joe, we saw the last break. Very clean out of OMiT, but again, P7 right back at it. No diamond hands here on rock hard point. Mac on the dive. Can't get anything going. Here come the trades. And so far, P7 up on top. The last 2 members of OMiT stopping, pumping the brakes, waiting for the teammates, waiting for the reserves. You cannot break it without effective numbers unless Craze gets in and gets the damage. Proluk now tagged up. Brought over now again to Rock. No one on the break. P7 still holds.
They are locked in right now. Everything is coordinated. Everything is fluent. The way that they are playing the game with all the trades going down, 2-2 split, but Mac and Craze are able to walk away with those final 2. Soak up this final 20 seconds of time, but now going into our third set, OMiT no. In the back of their mind, we need to guarantee Spiral side for P2.
This is third set. 2:30 on the game clock. Not that it's going to come down to time. We haven't seen too many of those on Hacienda, but whew, gunfights all over the shop there from Standy and Brack. A wide open P1 as it opens. Third hardpoint set. And what a game from P7 Esports so far. Brack having a fantastic map. Mamba. Can he find the second? Sure can. Trades there complete though. Top side of the map still very, very dangerous right now for OMiT. P7 get the time.
OMiT have the spawns that they want going into the next hardpoint, but we don't want to give up a lot of time here at P1.
Oh.
Gotta make sure you're playing your trades. Mac pops another double, gives your team an advantage in the gunfights. That's already 3 dead. Everyone from P7 spawning over towards fences. So if you were looking for a momentum switch up, this is your moment you have to capitalize on.
Stronghold so far. Heads up movement from Craze. What an attack towards the bottom side of Secret. Gets himself one out of that. Mum out on the other side. This is a good looking P2, and finally OMiT have got themselves in there. First and foremost, a bullet separating the gunfight there. As once again, P7, I spoke too soon, full control of P2 for the third time in a row.
If they keep on getting all the money hills, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to win this game. So we need an early break. Can Craze make a miraculous play? No, he's instantly going to get shut on down. A 40-point difference. But it's going to be basically 60 before OMiT can commit themselves in towards the objective. Vivid is able to find a trade, but you got to slow it down. You're the only one here.
Yuli, oh, great instinct to charge that play once they get the trade. Brilliant timing on Craze as well. So you've still got an opportunity here for Brack. Keeps the spree going. 28-17, now brought down. Standy fills the hole immediately. Second man, good to get into the point. And there we go, Proloot. Last line of defense right now. Should be picked up easy peasy for OMiT, but he's going to make him fight for it. A swap now, Jay. 30 seconds to go on P2.
Yeah, that's a much-needed break right there from OMiT. You obviously didn't want to give up 3 full 60s at the money hill, so this final 30 is going to keep you in the mix. A route here from Brack through the water. You're going to be caught off guard with it, but at least you got players there in a position to play the trades. But you line up for Proloot. He locates the double, trying to make it a triple, but Craze with the movement is able to take care of him, and P7 walk away with the final 5 seconds, and now it's a race for the rotation.
Oh, you have starved OMiT so well there on that P2. Over defenses. No streaks in play this time round. Good old-fashioned gunfights. So far, OMiT with the control, but Standy now, the timing on this attack is gorgeous. Whoa, but Mac from upstairs. Brack takes care of business now. Can we get another one there on time at 220 to 170? This is dire straits for OMiT.
Oh yeah, OMiT need this time, but Brack is just making their lives a living hell. 31-19 with 2 minutes in the game. He is Mr. Do-It-All right now. It's a trade fest from Platt, but Proloot with the double is going to allow his team to walk right back into the HP. You can close it out here if no one is able to contest. And OMiT, they have to start winning some fights.
230 and climbing. P7, they have just caught every single possible kill for the last few minutes. 15 seconds to go. You can win it here. You have to get in, but Proloot says no. 5 spree. Looking for the 6th over the top. Yuli's now in position for this, and no one gets close. P7, what an opening map.
That is a massive map there for P7. A squad who struggled desperately versus this OMiT lineup, especially in the respawns, to come out the gates blazing with Brack putting on an MVP performance. Mr. Do-It-All, almost double positive, 2 minutes in the hill. They just came out swinging. You're winning every single rotation. The gunfight's in your advantage, and that's just how easy the game is when you're playing the fundamental part correct.
I think the amount of times we're watching OMiT run past it, just get caught in corners, the trades they're losing, get hit by big nades, little things like that are just stinging so hard. P7. All that talk about this being a one-sided rivalry for the past few months, all of a sudden it starts to feel real different. Massive stuff there from P7. Brack leading from the front. Unbelievable stuff. We'll go to the search and destroy in a moment, but as far as these highlights go, Jay, I mean, getting creative. Water routes, really keeping everyone there from OMiT on their toes. Not for a single moment did you feel like OMiT could pull this one back. If we had a game flow, that was P7 in the lead from start to finish. Crazy stuff to start the day.
And if you're OMiT, that one's going to sting, man, because you looked a little sloppy in that series. I mean, that map number 1, because everyone is going for individual routes. We're going one by one, getting picked off, and never having a full team push. That's what they were able to get away with yesterday versus FaZe. But P7, when you play someone so many times, eventually you're going to make the proper adjustments. Got Major Maniac, a veteran of the scene, standing right behind them. And you also got Ricky Atura, the other coach who was the coach for OMiT squad previously on the season. So he knows the opponents very well, and it showed in map number 1.
Hey, Ricky's been a coach for a long time. Back to the Florida Mutineers days, you name it, man. Ricky's been around.
Major Brack too.
With Brack as well. What a roster. That was a lot of fun. Tons and tons of experience on the stage. Major Maniac, it is never chalked. One of the sayings that has carried its way through the Call of Duty world for so long now. It's a calling card. It's been a blueprint. I think at some point you can spray it across your weapons. Truly, though, an indelible impact on the scene. And it truly is never chalked. Never give up. And that is exactly what P7 have got going from now. This rivalry doesn't look so one-sided anymore.
And this is now going to be scary for OMiT, because when I look at the P7 roster, players like Proloot, players like Brack, I always expect them to be great at search and destroy. this is what is going to be the difference maker for them, because you found an opening hard point versus a squad that you haven't been able to find a hard point versus in a couple months now. So all the momentum is on their side. You heard Brack in his interview earlier with Blaze, just minimal adjustments needed to come on in. And just playing the fundamental aspect of the game correctly led to a very dominant map number 1. Now going into this protocol search or destroy, we were able to see this at Challengers Champs. OMiT ran them over because players like Craze consistently were just getting behind enemy lines. They understand what that young man is going to try to get done on the map. Gotta shut him down, slow the game down, and allow them to run into you.
Nameless might lose track of Craze in game. See if P7 do.
Yeah, Wheeler is awful though.
Yeah. Set you up. I set you up so good for
my
that.
dog.
We'll see how things go. Protocol, I believe. So they lost it in round 11 of FaZe, or round 10, sorry.
11.
It was 11. Oh,
yeah.
I'm biting my fingernails. That was a stressful one. They lose it to FaZe in round 11, and now you go back at it. P7, though, I mean, now they've got a tape on you. They've got a lot of time overnight to watch that game, see how it went down. What did you like to do? What were some weaknesses that they saw in your gameplay? And the Major, you know it. He's got the boys standing to attention. They will be working on this moment. But on the other side, what have OMiT learned? They definitely poured over that videotape late into the night here in Riyadh. Can you right the wrongs of yesterday? Technically this morning, sorry. Can you right the wrongs of early this morning?
Yeah. Yeah, now honestly, when you talk about OMiT on protocol, it's all about just the adjustments. Early rounds, things you can get away with, but when you go deeper into the game, people start to understand what you're going to throw at them. So Craze really couldn't find openings with the way that FaZe were able to make their adjustments with Celium basically sitting in his spawn, waiting for a pinch play. Everyone else was stacking on the opposite side, knowing that they like to play slow. And this young man on your screen is their playmaker. You've seen this guy all season long. He's been the best player in Challengers throughout this entire season. He's basically won every single thing you can possibly do for an amateur. And also alongside Mamba, who I've grown to be a really big fan of these last couple of months. Just getting away from his regular circle. He used to play with Wiz and Dak. And once he was able to reach away from them and join this lineup, he has turned into a totally different player. The way that he values his life, the way that he positions himself, you best believe he's going to be a crucial player as well on the map.
Something about that occasionally, you know, the players you've got around you, it does impact the way you play. It impacts the way you perceive yourself, what kind of decisions you're making. Can I take that challenge? Can I take that fight? Yeah, I can. I'm him. I'm him. I can do that. And now he believes, and it has changed things indeed. The power of a good teammate, the power of those you surround yourself with. We're getting the lobby restarted very quick here, folks. Not a crazy reset. P7, their key, and the key of OMiT hangs in the balance here. Their hopes and dreams here at the Esports World Cup. A dream that you've been thinking about all year. You knew it was coming. You finally get that invitation. You get the chance to step up and go for it. Of all the teams, it had to be against each other, didn't it, Stud?
Hey, man, history always writes itself, doesn't it? You play each other so many times throughout a season. It's one-sided affair. The same thing could be said for like these versus Vancouver. It's been a one-sided affair all season long. But in the crucial moments at the end of the season is when you start to capitalize on them. And I said it before the map once started. It was all about the ARs in Prolu and Brack, but the fact that Brack was able to have that performance on that map number 1, you could see it instantly in the player camps. He was roaring, getting the boys ready. And alongside the SMGs, who are going to be the difference makers for me on this map, between Yuli and Standy, we know how they like to play. Island players try to weasel their way through, get some deep cuts, and just catch players off guard. That's going to be a fun battle between both SMGs on both sides.
We're looking across the highlights, and even in game, it just felt like we were constantly getting assault rifle kills.
Yeah.
Constantly from the boys of P7. It was relentless. If you're unable to get your submachine gun players close to these hard points, you're not going to have impacts whatsoever. I mean, that is the timeless tale of COD. Your AR players have to buy you the space. The submachine gun players can really open up the map then, really take control. And it was impossible for OMiT to get anything going. Almost ready, folks. As the tension's starting to get to me. I'm worried about how this search and destroy is going to go, because this is an elimination matchup. Will we go deep into this series? Will it be another clean 3? Have we seen one of those today? We'll find out. Prolu, of course, a long and very fun career he's had so far. Played for Optic Texas.
Yeah. Back
in Vanguard. Came in on a stint. Turned some heads. Had himself a good time. Vivid, another player with that long and storied history. The first time I saw him play was Cold War, I think. No, actually, maybe.
No, before.
No,
it was
19.
before that.
Yeah.
It was Cold War. He went to Dallas Empire.
Yeah, yeah.
Got top 3 at the end of the year. So Vivid's been around for quite some time. Obviously, he wants to work his way back up to the big leagues. He probably feels like he never should have went down to the amateurs. And the rest of the world probably feels the same exact way. But it's a battle between everyone just trying to get their stock up going into next season. You know how crucial it is to get a good placement here at EWC. Players like ProLoot, who's been working his way all season long for his opportunity to go back up. The crazy thing also is, in the final elite, Mercules gets picked up to Toronto, right? So that means someone had to fill in. ProLoot filled in for OMiT Brooklyn at the time, which was crazy along the lineup, and they won the entire thing. So this is going to be a good one because you know exactly what their playstyle is.
It's just amazing. The DNA between all these players interwoven. A rich sort of tapestry of the teams on stage. They know each other so well. I got to have a really interesting conversation with Mac and Vivid actually about what this year meant to them, because it was a tough year, serious grind. They both were, let go from their respective pro teams. So what was it like to bounce back? How did you pull yourself out of that? And they both said to me, it was about finding my playing style again, remembering who I was and what got me to that position, because over the last year, both of them had stopped playing the way they wanted to play. They started to play around other players. They started to try to sort of pander to the play styles that they thought they needed to have to complement those around them, and it totally took away their identities. They finally found that back, getting themselves back into the swing of things for their respective teams. We saw Mac yesterday, man, absolutely running amok on FaZe. And Vivid, he has had some stellar moments this year. The one-eyed Raven battling through serious adversity, quite literally, with one eye. My God, that one eye was getting the job done.
And the young man on your screen right there with Yuli, this is a guy who only had one opportunity in the CDL back in the day on the London Royal Ravens. And that obviously did not go well.
Tough.
He has found himself consistently back-to-back years in challengers, trying to work his way back up. I remember in the beginning of the season, he was one of the top SMGs that we had in the game. The way that he values his life, the way that he approached the game. He was just one of those difference makers that was simply hard to beat when he was on point. But everyone's waiting for this map number 2 to go down. And realistically, with this little bit of pause here, it can allow OMiT to just reset. Look at each other and see, like, that map number 1 was not us. This is where we start to spawn in.
It's a difficult thing to do. I mean, you've gone from the high, just as a player perspective, like purely as an individual. You had a match yesterday against FaZe, the highest of highs, the crazy adrenaline rush. You lose that in a nail-biting, heartbreaking fashion. You end up having to go to sleep. You wake up. How does it go for you the next day? You'll find out soon. Well, folks, as you can tell, that technical check is still underway, so we're going to throw to a very quick commercial break, get things set up on stage, and move on into map number 2. When we come back, P7 taking on OMiT Protocol, Search and Destroy.
Never meant to stay. It was you that put me in. Promised me that we'd be okay. All of your lies I was believing. You were there most of the time, but that was never good enough for me. Had me going out of my mind, had me going round like crazy. Running out of head this way. Why is there always a struggle for you to let me go? You got me like crazy, like you were always
Idly ho, neighborinos, welcome back to the Esports World Cup. We're about to get to map number 2. We've got ourselves P7 taking on OMiT, and if you've just joined us, a shocking result, Jay, in map number 1. The Hacienda goes 250 to 177 with P7 walking away with a win.
Yeah, missed the big crack. Just took over in map number 1. Almost double positive. The objective, hill time, kitten as well. He was Mr. Do-It-All. Now going into this search and destroy, a very crucial one here for OMiT. You didn't think that you were going to be tested like this with the way that you played yesterday versus FaZe and all the history that you have with those players across the stage from you. You're basically able to dominate them every time you went up against them. So far today, it's been a different story.
And that's the thing. You've done it all year. Just do it one more time. What's another one? Wow, this one, a couple of bumps in the road so far. Round 11 lost to FaZe last night for OMiT. Now you find yourself down a map against a team who you have taken to task every single time this year. P7 under a new banner. They are unleashed. See how the search and destroy treats them. Of course, we talked about it a bit before, Jay, but you got a lot of time to go over the gameplay from last night. You saw how FaZe won that match against OMiT. Are you going to start bringing in, a couple of similar looks, I would imagine? You want to play the game your way, but
exactly.
You don't want to go too far into the depths of we're trying exactly to beat them here. So we've still got to play our game.
Yeah, you initially start to play your game. You always want to come in with the intention like whatever we do in practice is going to show and it's going to work. When those mid-round adjustments start to come on in, you need to be able to adapt. That's one thing that OMiT were not able to do yesterday versus FaZe once they were up 5-2. You heard Draza in the interview say, we weren't just getting gunfights. That's all it was. So we just started to run it down together and win those gunfights, and that was truly the difference maker. You got to be able to read what's going on, adapt on the pacing, and value your life in crucial moments. Fist bumps going out. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know exactly what that means. Map 2 is about to start.
Here we go, in a protocol. Search and destroy first to 6. Here in the Call of Duty world, we slow things right down. You respawn fans. You can enjoy what will be a very, very tense game of Search. Protocol J, a map that has a fair share of love and hate here in the Black Ops 6 world. But one thing, you get the bang outs towards B, a little bit of love towards the A bomb site as well. Who knows? We're going to be seeing it all. Taking a deep plunge, and now we come out of the waters and into the fray. The Observers are killing it all week. Love you, boys. Here we go.
OMiT on the attack. Yesterday versus FaZe, they opened up with a very aggressive round, but already on the opposite side, P7 are matching that intensity. They battle for the mid-map control. Yuli already in a great position to potentially find the first.
He gets himself all over top mid, so there's an opportunity here, but no need. Root's going to get first blood. Wait for the call. Breach and clear. Oh my word. P7 with a perfect, and I mean perfect round.
The homework, studying on the roster who just played this map yesterday, worked perfectly in the opening round. You're just able to blind counter them on the mid-map aggression. You already approached towards mid-gun. You had some P1 control with the ARs watching over you. And that was an easy 4 up, 4 down, clean round for P7.
It's one of those like gameplay trailer moments. Black Ops 6 coming to stores near you. And they get all those kills so perfect. It's like, okay, boys. Well, swap sides now. P7 on attack. So the defensive round up top was fantastic. 2 nades to the right. Gonna hit grass, maybe a bit of top mid action now. You got showing of force upstairs though from OMiT. And now we descend with the bomb. Standy, he's gonna be the carrier. Planting on A, Yuli with the coverage.
Already first blood, it is gonna be Craze. So the man disadvantage, you gotta find a way into the bunker. You're looking for the opening kill, but Standy's able to locate Vivid 4v2.
And the last round was perfect. This one, oh, there is a slight shade on this otherwise glorious moment. Mamba 1v3 now. This will be for the ace. And he's still on track. 20 seconds. Got to make something unbelievable happen now. And he brought the fight. He did not have the time. P7, 2-0.
It's looking really clean right now for P7. They're understanding what's going to get thrown at them. You go for the default offensive strategy. Someone drop down bottom sip, throw your shoulders. See if they're going to be aggressive through bottom bunker. But with nothing connecting out of the stuns and nades, AR still sitting in top grandma's window. You read the pressure through the middle of the map. You catch Craze for the first blood. Instantly plant the bomb in towards A with the man-up advantage. It's another clean round there from P7, 2-0 early.
And a very, very articulate nice from Standy there. Indeed it was, mate. ProLuke sitting at 4-0. He'll have himself an RCXD to play with. Coming up on halfway towards his Hellstorm. As we ride the walls, we get down the stairs one way or another. So all this is going to do is, just pass that intel. No one's down there. An opportunity now to go back over towards that B-bomb site. ProLuke going deep.
Objective is already going to get down. Got in the read. The play is going to be over towards B. So 4v4 retake with 40 seconds. Mamba finds the first. Brack instantly gets the trade. 3v3 time ticking.
Mamba blesses himself with another one. The third not going to be there. Crazy's all over it. And this looks like OMiT back on the board. ProLuke now going to keep the spree alive. He cannot. OMiT. Fantastic resolve. Get the bomb down and get those kills very quickly indeed.
Yeah, and realistically, that round could have went way different if ProLuke actually executed his RC play the way that he wanted to. When you call it in from the top steps on that angle, you instantly are going to spawn that RC on the bottom side of the steps. But wasting too much time to just get down the spiral gains the information a little bit too late. There's already pressure on the B site. By the time he wraps back, the post plant setup there for a moment, too strong to get on the board.
Vivid and Mac yet to get themselves involved in the kills department here in this search and destroy, but here we go into the fourth round. Opportunity to do just that, but the timing on this one's going to be absolutely outstanding. But wait, Mamba, the guardian angel right now for OMiT, keeps his boys alive. And he might be still in a fight over on the other side of the map, but wonderful stuff. P7, they're going to walk away with a couple of wounds, but they're still going to have the bomb, and they're still maneuvering now over top mid.
Yeah, Mamba not in that position, leads to another first blood in favor of P7, but like you said, the guardian angel keeping his squad alive. ProLuke able to equalize, make it a 3v3. The bomb is in bottom blue, so you're ready for the pressure for Mac. Lines up a double, 1v3 for Brack.
That's a huge individual moment there from Mac. Wicked stuff. And Brack now finding himself in the nearly impossible. Mamba, oh Mamba, deep on his belly. He's going to come around this corner and run into some serious trouble. And that is the round. Magnificent execution there from OMiT. Suffocating opening play, and Mamba, that round was his.
Oh yeah, he took over there. He's keeping his SMGs alive, finding the first blood again. Back-to-back rounds there from Mamba. Then back the closer on the round. Catches Standy, and then second kill onto ProLuke, even better. OMiT starting to adapt early on, slowing down their game, not risking their lives, not taking risky routes. All tied up at 2 now.
And it's nice to see. It's not flashy. It's very, very simple stuff. I'm watching the left. You got mid, cool. I'm on right. Mamba finds his kill out by Zip. What does he do? Go straight across the heli, try to anticipate the next play. It's nothing too flashy. It's very clean. And Brack's first blood, ideal. Standy, oh, what a blessing this is. Eyes on at least the first. Now passing the intel over towards his teammates. There's the flank. ProLuke now in a fight for his life. Find that kill, maybe force him into Standy now. Oh, he's been read and dealt with. Oh no. Should have taken care of business when he could. And Mamba, mission impossible. ProLuke can't finish him off.
And he's able to get out of dodge. So still a 3v3. If you're Standy, you're thinking, I should have gotten that kill onto Vivid. A little bit of 4v2. We have a heavy chance of securing the round, but now the bomb's going to be planted in towards A. 3v3 for the retake. You got your trophy system down. Everyone watching the proper entrance.
Yeah, you got all bases covered. Here we go though. P7. Line this one up. Get the nades close. Trophies intercept. Yes. ProLuke finds his first. Mamba now down. What a retake this is. Vivid is going to get to the fight late, but the bomb is already going to be defused now. Surely. Wicked work out of P7. Love it when a plan comes together. They're going to feed Yuli, who's still on the streaks there. Hopefully get himself an RCXD to play with as well. That's the lead chain.
Hey, man, that trophy system did not help at all. You threw it on the right side of the computers. The nade went on the left. So you're able to get the hit marker. And I thought when Standy didn't shoot at Vivid, it was going to cost you, but thankfully the trophy was able to save you. You're able to get the connection, have him weak. That was instantly get that trade and just dominate the bomb site.
That was Mamba's Houdini moment, somehow able to stay alive there, and it did let you get the bomb down, but man, didn't amount to much. 6-2 for ProLuke so far. Could have been 7 if he picked up that other kill, and it's going to be a headbutt towards A. We're inside. Craze finds 2. Mac gets his as well, and now Brack alone versus Vivid and Mamba.
1v2. has a lot of time to work with. Both weapons for the occasion as well. He's playing a little bit of gun game here. Trying to locate where they are, a minute to go.
And he's going to slowly but surely get himself in towards the A-bomb site. OMiT will know this immediately. Well, they're going to get told in a second, but you've cleared out B. There's still tons of time. Good luck, Brack. This is going to be something. A strong guess. Knows they're going to be coming from the B-bomb. They're going to take the spiral stairs together. And here we go. Mamba's out. Damage dealt. One more man to deal with. Brack. Huge damage. And a nervy moment. But Mamba will be able to get away with the fight and try again.
Time is ticking. 20 seconds to go. Mamba eventually needs to get back into the play. Brack is finessing.
He's finessing. Front door! What? Mamba! Number 5! Gets it. And a cool nod of the head in a high pressure moment like that. Finds his 7th kill and the defuse to equalize.
That's just one of those gunfights. AR versus SMG. The SMG has the advantage. But Mamba is just a different kind of breeded player. Doesn't matter what weapon he has for the occasion, the movement and the snap. Good enough to secure the round and pull the momentum back on their side. Tie game.
Unreal. A cool nod. Well composed, icy moment. And Brack nearly taking care of the 1v2. I mean, what a great round of search. Well, 3-3, we go again, and Mamba, a slight misstep there, has to run back for the bomb. We're going to be seeing a lot of love towards top mid, and Mac, Omni movement, gets himself a dive over towards the site. Here we go.
There's no need to waste any time here. You have full bunk control, instantly get the bomb down, and if you're the island player in Vivid, you cannot afford to get caught there. Man advantage, P7.
Man advantage, bomb planted. Trophies are up, they're going to be more useful this time. RC, oh, perfectly dealt with, but so many nades. Not a trophy to be found. Craze, huge damage. Over to Mamba. Left flank, finds another. Damage has been dealt, and he somehow, oh my goodness. What an explosive round. P7 take the lead.
Mamba's trying to do everything he can to provide some momentum on the side of OMiT. Almost pulls off one of the most insane clutches we potentially have seen on the season. No trophy systems, again, not in the right place. Everything is just blowing up on Mac. He stood no chance there. But with 6 HP in the dream, the ego chow, Bragg just had a little bit more HP there. P7, the advantage again.
Oh man, oh man. A sigh of relief. Into the round we go, and already, oh, it's 3 dead. Oh my goodness, OMiT. And they've managed to get themselves right into this. And Brack, the last man left alive under a hail of gunfire. He knows the trouble's coming to him. Is he going to sort of hold on here? Kevin McAllister his way through this one. He will not. OMiT. Tied up 4-4.
Oh man, it's just blind counters after blind counters. All right, we're going to slow the game down, or at least try to attempt to go over towards B. And OMiT are already waiting for you with pre-aims, and the SMG's getting aggressive through the middle of the map. Craze able to line up a double there. Force Brack to be in a 1v4. Don't want to allow this guy time, potentially to get lost. Make something out of nothing. But quickly, a tie game again.
This is, what a game of protocol this one is. What a banger. A delight. On the attack again, we go for OMiT. Mamba the bomb carrier, the 3-1 split once again. Are we going to run into trouble here? Yeah, we sure are. Craze strikes first. The second not going to be there, but Mac is there for the immediate trade. Watching out for the flank. That's Vivid. Takes care of business, and this is starting to smell like map point.
Brack 1v3. Bomb still not being planted. Going on a roller to keep him at bay.
Buy some time. This is going to hurt. Damage dealt. The shoulders are fantastic, and the actual health pool right now is not ideal. Brack can't get away with it. Was expecting a little more aggression there from Mamba, but he doesn't win the fight. And there we go. You've been here before, OMiT. And there's something in the air here in Riyadh. This map is a tense one.
These last couple of rounds, it looks like OMiT went back. Obviously watched the series versus phase over. They have just been the aggressors. Changed up the pacing. Previous defense, you take all of mid-map. On the offense, everyone through both sides. SMGs walk away with the trades and eventually get the bomb planted with the man-up advantage. So now OMiT at game point. Need to close this out.
P7, we're going down low. Trophies are in play. Safe and sound. Mac somehow dodges that. But they bamboozled them. It's a fake. The bomb's going upstairs, and we're going directly to B. OMiT are in position now to contest this. Who will strike first in the kill feed?
Viv is going to get isolated. Viv is going to get isolated, but Craze instantly finds one. So it's still a 3v3. OMiT are aware now that the play is going to be developing over towards B, but look at how much space Craze was able to clear on out. So now for the 2 players remaining on his team, you just sit inside blue.
He's in from behind. Here comes the helicopter play. The ladder works but once. 11-6 now, he's got it. The bomb site is totally clear, but the bomb nowhere to be found. So P7, what an adaptation! Standy makes his way over towards bomb. 2v2, and here comes the plant.
Bomb's instantly going to go down. We have no idea where Yuli is. Both players from OMiT going to rally in and go quickly.
Timing on this. The gunfight, number 1, good. The second man, Standy. The shoulders, good enough for the damage. Mamba now in the 1v1 over the top. Crosses him up! Mamba! The defuse is his. The map to OMiT. What a clutch.
The rookies are playing out of their minds right now. Both in the double-digit column. You saw Craze's KD in Search and Destroy so far this weekend. A 1.27. That's only going to get better. But so many opportunities for Mamba to clutch throughout this map. And he finally gets the one to seal the deal. Oh, beautiful, beautiful plays from OMiT to bounce back in the series and tie it up.
What a map. Tied up 1-1. Heroics here from OMiT and P7. On the other side of this break, we're playing control. Don't go too far. This is the Esports World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esports World Cup. Final moments here of Team ORCID versus the Gentlemates over on Bravo. And as you can tell from the scoreline, the dying seconds here of Team ORCID's time in EWC.
And that's insane, man, because obviously you got a bunch of guys who have been playing Call of Duty for so long. Mr. Benjamin Bance, one of the best players to ever cross the pond from the EU side. He's been in multiple championship matches. He's found a lot of success throughout his career. But unfortunately for Team ORCID, they're going home.
That's the end of the road. Another key crushed, along with the hopes and dreams of running through that tournament. Strictly business, and those boots were not made for playing Call of Duty in Riyadh, but they're doing a damn good job out here. Mamba with an unbelievable clutch to close out that round of Search and Destroy. Does not allow any more madness there on Protocol. But folks, we do stay on Protocol. We're going to be playing Control in just a moment on the very same map, very different game mode though. This series not going the way we thought it was, Stud.
Oh, definitely not. We weren't expecting OMiT to lose a respawn in this series, that they were going to get pushed the distance. But now that you have been battle tested, you go to that Search and Destroy and right the wrongs from yesterday, with Mamba having an insane finish to close that game out. They pulled the momentum on their side, because now going into this Protocol Control, this is the map that you dominated FaZe on. They were one of the best teams that we had in Control all season long, and Protocol was their best Control map, and you took care of them with ease. This is also a map that you have played multiple times versus the lineup on the other side. It's about the SMGs. Mac dominating the presence in towards top trips. Craze consistently getting lost, and Mamba just being the cleanup guy. But I think Vivid needs to come alive here. He's the veteran of this lineup. He's the most experienced player on this side. He struggled in these first two maps, but series not done yet. You still have a chance to turn it around.
Yeah, for P7 again, we saw how strong they were in the opening respawn. See if Protocol can treat them just as well now in Control, because let's face it, you want to take a lead here. You don't want to go into the Skyline hardpoint. We certainly saw some good looks out of OMiT in the match yesterday against FaZe. And of course, Dealership Search and Destroy. That will be the final map. We have to go the full 5 here in this matchup. Secretly, Jeremy, I would like a 5. Can't lie. I can't lie, bruv. It'd be lovely.
We haven't had one this weekend so far.
No, we have not.
Between two teams that have faced each other all season long, there's no better way to end this story than to go all the way to the distance. We got to get there first through this Protocol Control. SMGs need to dominate. ARs need to hold their power spots. But this is going to be another map where it's going to be non-stop action.
This is the final chapter of the rivalry between these two teams here in the Black Ops 6 year. We're going to close the chapter on this one. Part 3, Protocol Control. We'll see if we have to go to 4 and 5. But in the meantime, everyone getting ready there on stage. We are hot to trot. Ready to wrangle our players into a lobby now and load this one up. Predictions, Jay? Of course, Protocol looking good for OMiT yesterday, but P7, there's something special about the gameplay today.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something special about the gameplay, because they have the fundamental aspect locked down, at least in the respawn in that map number 1. It's totally different, because it's not about rotations. This is all about valuing your life in certain positions. That is going to be the difference maker. So P7 definitely can give them a run for their money. They just play as consistent, as fundamentally sound as they did in map number 1. But this map right here for me is going to decide who wins this series.
An important map and a big one. Here we go. P7, OMiT. Map number 3 in a Control. 2-2 off the rip here for OMiT. 2 towards the middle of the map. 2 right on towards the A zone. We're going to start the capture already. Standy with the cut-offs. Can he get the second man as well? Not going to be there. What a hip fire that was from Mackenzie Melts.
And that's already 3 dead. Brack, the last player who just got a kill, was on Craze all the way in the back of his spawn. So this can guarantee a couple segments here at A. You don't have any trophy systems, so the nades potentially put damage in, but Mac is just going to now fill that gap, take a little bit more space away. That's 3 dead again, and now everyone off the respawn.
Oh my word, this is getting dangerous. Mac, Mac, Craze on the other flank, and you have pinned them in. They're literally spawning in Craze's pocket. And the A zone is on its way out. There'll be 2 minutes and 14 seconds of play and a 6 life difference.
That is a perfect break off there from OMiT. They make this map look so easy. The way They're able to fill the gaps, and the ARs are starting to fire. Vivid on 4 in a row. Eventually will fall, but they have all the map control on their side.
The man you needed to step up for him, it has done so. Counter-attack now out of P7, fighting forward, finally. A little bit of air in their lungs. Oh, sucked out immediately as they're back to square one, back to spawn on the B zone.
Only 13 lives remaining for P7, but that might even come into play. First segment, the bots be locked in. Standy trying to hit a route through underground is going to get spotted. Already knocked down to half HP, and those are routes that Craze hits. He's going to be prepared for it. Second segment locked.
In the bag. Third on the way now. Prolute with a desperation attempt. Picks one man. Trophy denies the stun. Here comes Brack on the flank, and it might be enough. Just about. With Standy saves the day, seconds away from disaster.
9v19. If you are OMiT, you're looking for one set of kills because this segment can play a big part, potentially, the results here on Protocol. As they are just simply not losing fights.
That's it. 3 dead. That is it. Brack, it's on you, mate. You have to save it, and that is perfect coverage. Craze from top window. That will be the round. Standy once again finds himself alone, surrounded by OMiT players. That was a lethal round.
Craze and Mamba are saying, okay, boys, I see you. You guys are my vets for a reason. Mac and Vivid to set the tone. Been struggling at least the first 2 maps in this series, but to come out the gate swinging, everyone streaking, you put them in an early trap and you extend time very early as well. That was one of the most dominant rounds that we've seen on the attacking so far this season.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, we haven't seen many. I mean, the perfect pinch. 2 dudes in your spawn at the same time. You guys had no chance of getting out of that one. Well, P7 have been hit hard after that first round. Let's see how they rebound. They're on attack now. Protocol again. Attack, defense, it doesn't seem to matter. It's really coming down to what team is playing what style of COD. Opening hits right now from P7, looking clean. Viv is going to make the top side of the map a little more dangerous now as Yuli gets onto the B zone.
Trying to get on the B zone, but Mamba's not going to get caught off guard. Almost gets the better of Prolute as well, but still, time is ticking. 30 seconds already wiped away. Mac just being a nuisance. Being the aggressor with the SMG to potentially catch his timings, but Yuli's able to stabilize, allow his team to walk out of spawn a little bit for free.
Crazy for lunge. Standy and Brack, nice. They win their ones. Get yourself a little bit of space out there now. Again, the life count a lot closer. Mamba's hit and run tactics are going to stay alive for now, but the A zone starting to feel the pressure. 2-man stack, first segment gone.
First segment already locked in. You're just waiting for this pinch to develop. Craze going to take the long route all the way through both side. And even deeper now going through Heli. Second segment is going to be locked, but now he's the only one in a position to try to contest this. A is going to be done and dusted. You got to just play your life and potentially find a couple, but he's going to fall as well.
He's trying to make something happen there. He's trying to pull something from nothing, and it's not going to work out. And right now, P7, ooh, flying across top mid. Vivid finding himself a nice 2. Oh, and he's caught out. What a 3. Not going to get the 4th man, but the trades are good enough for now. Mamba brought down by Brack once again as P7, they've got the wind on their back and they are flying.
You can already see OMiT, they have influenced the spawns a certain way, so you're forcing them to work their way through both sides. You're already 5 players trying to work the OEs. That's a 2-for-1 trade. Yuli trying to stay alive through mid. Gun is going to get spotted by 2 players. But he's still potentially going to walk away with this gunfight onto Mamba. The pistol going to know for at least 2. What a play there from Yuli.
Airborne Yuli catches another one. Standy on the capture. Once again, finding himself alone. A slight moment of disconnect here on the map. He's trying to get it all done himself. Waiting for the boys was not an option. They're still stuck in spawn. Prolute trying to buy some space.
Now Craze is waiting for his moment to strike. Already sitting in towards bottom blue. Time is continuously still ticking on down. He's able to get the trade onto Yuli. He will fall after that. With 45 seconds to go, you got to get past these ARs.
3 dead, 3 dead. Last man up, Brack. And he's zipping around. OMiT now on defense, they've pushed all the way up. This is the first time we've seen them on this side of the map, truly in a powerful position. If they can get a kill or 2, you've got Mac in the backline. He and Vivid are going to cause some serious issues. You can't find anyone.
There's so many angles. For some reason, Mac just walks right by Standy. I don't know if he usually wears glasses or not, but that's 2 times now. But he's not able to stop a player making an impactful play, and Mamba almost gets the better of Brack, but with 23 seconds to go, 9v12, P7 with 2 dead, make it 3, have an opportunity here.
Uh-oh, Vivid
Oh.
gets it. It was not pretty, but he's bought enough time to get Mama involved now as well. Here come Craze and Mac. Reinforcements arriving. Standy once again alone. Can he get the kills? Throws a roller. It's going to slow Mac down. Wait, hot potato right back at you. Standy with the kills, holding it together. The capture is good. The B zone is still in danger.
And this might be over. P7 do exactly what they need to, find every single kill in sync. And it wasn't as clean as the opening round there for OMiT. They were looking for the right time to strike. With the clean 2, leads to 3 dead. Everyone stacked the point. Beautiful plays right there out of P7.
We are rocking and rolling here on Protocol. Both attacking rounds. Clean captures either side. The life count of that one a bit more, a bit more dicey. But Mac is having a wonderful map so far in the kills department. Everyone there on P7, it's a much more well-rounded attempt. And the only thing we're really missing here is, again, I feel like 3 separate occasions where Standy, he's out there alone, and he's really able to get any teamwork. This was the moment, finally, Standy reconnects with the boys. They work together so well here. Prolo over the top, Standy with a final kill.
Hi, Brad.
What's up, Brad? What's up, Tej?
1-1 though.
Brilliant stuff.
OMiT back on the attack. Had a beautiful break-off. That led to really early success, and that's usually all control comes down to. Mamba already finds the OE kill onto Standy. They have a player picking up the pinch kill as well. Mamba's just doing it all while this first segment potentially going to get locked.
Ooh, a little bit of love towards the B zone as well there. Craze causing problems on this side of the map. Now going to double back, commit more resources towards A. What a win onto Yuli. That's unreal. Gets away with his life now as well. And this play is a stinger. Brack's position right now, that's gone. Another 3 dead.
P7 can't get anything going right now on defense. They've only found 1 kill on the round. A's about to be gone. You're already showing presence at B. Craze knows that he's playing for his timings. For these guys to commit for the rebake at this point. With his teammate falling, a little bit of repositioning, never hurt nobody, finds the kill onto Brack. A's already done and dusted, and you're still up by 8 lives.
I'll tell you what did hurt somebody, though. The Jackal of Craze, 4 spree right now, halfway through B, pushing spawn. Oh, no, I was going to say great awareness from Brack. Perfect timing. Still gets gunned. Second segment is going to be done.
Oh, it's over.
Mamba's got himself sprees as well, and we could be looking at streaks, folks. Mac gets involved to guarantee the capture as well. OMiT take the lead.
Dude, these guys are playing the best offensive rounds I've ever seen. You're winning every break-off. They can't find trades. Your ARs are locking down the long-distance lanes, and even when they're only watching one lane, they realize, like, okay, nobody's going to be here. Let me just pick up the pinch real quick. And the timing is working to perfection. The teamwork on display here for OMiT. Quickly. Up 2-1. Now just a couple adjustments on the defensive side because you could have been able to close this out 3-0.
I mean, oh man, that's just a perfect jump headshot. At that range with the Jackal is going to get you every time. Now, don't count your chickens before they've hatched. It's another attacking round, and now it's P7. Their opportunity to bounce back off the volley. Can they get something going here? Top mid love being shown as we're going to fly forward. Opening blood once again, going to Vivid. Praise now keeping the spree going on a 6. Looking for the next. The nades are good and he will be brought down. So no more sprees, they're done. Over to Mamba on his 6.
Trying to earn himself an early cruise missile, finds kill number 7, and that's 3 dead. Mamba gonna be the aggressor on the right side of the map, so that's gonna force all of P7 to spawn over towards Heli. Just looking for his timing. Every kill's a crucial one, but he gets picked up, and that's 2 dead for P7. You can hop on the objective.
Once again on the objective. Oh, Yuli, wonderful shots. At close range, getting the second trade as well. Being brought down, but Mac finds his, denies the A zone play, and once again, P7 back to spawn.
These pushes keep on getting shut down. These trades are a lot better on the side of OMiT. You started off with your Vivid. Craze gets the second. It's still a 2v2, but there's only 35 seconds to go.
Oh, Mamba, what a corner that was. Perfectly played, lying in wait as he springs into action. Mac now taking care of the spawners. No one gets out without a couple of shots or 2. Final 30 seconds of the map, potentially. Can P7 get out of spawn?
It's going to be very difficult because all of OMiT are just roaming in your base. They are influencing spawns a certain way. They are playing their timings to perfection. Final 20 seconds. You got to go to A.
Ray's going for it. This is for the jugular. This is for the map. Vivid once again in a top spot. Perfect timing on the play. 10 seconds remaining. The clock has been stopped, and it's nearly a 2-man capture. The nade is there. Standy quickly stops the play. You've got another man to deal with here, but Mac, 3 in the feed. Mamba joins them, and it's all magic from OMiT. Closing it out. 2 attacking rounds and 1 defense is all they needed. You called it, Stud. Could be the map that changes the series. And OMiT walking away with a dub gives them all the momentum they need for the skyline.
That's just way too easy for OMiT. Their hard veto in control is always going to be Hacienda. They are super comfortable on the other 2. They're managing to able to get through this one. Do not want to play this squad on this map with the way that they come out on their attacking rounds. They just make attacking look so much easier than defense. And that's very difficult to do on a map like Protocol, but they are showing why they are the top team in challenges.
Unreal. This was Mac's 3-piece towards the end. The most crucial 3. Keep those boys off the point. You had numbers, you had top mid. Absolutely transformative gameplay from OMiT. That's a 3-1. And that's 2-1 in the series now. P7, this is your last chance to stay alive, to force the dealership. We go to map 4, we go to Skyline.
This was going to be a grade A bang out. You know, OMiT obviously played this yesterday versus FaZe Clan. They could not secure any of the money hill of P4. And in the back of their minds, the same thing happened in map number 1. If we don't get money hills, we're not going to stand a chance. So we got to keep the fundamentals in play, all the momentum on your side. Everyone is now firing on all cylinders. The veterans showed out there on the control, and you're feeling the pressure now if you're P7.
Yes, is it. You're staring down the barrel of defeat. It's time to dig deep. Forget what has just happened. Just lock in one more time. Get to that search and destroy. Give yourself a fighting chance here in the series. You obviously don't want to find yourself down whatsoever, but this is now the road you have to take. Standy and Brack, veterans in their own right. Major Maniac over their shoulder now, imparting, without a doubt, the most unbelievably positive and forward-thinking attitude you could get. What a great mind for the game. What a brilliantly composed player. It is never chalked. Word to the Major. There is no one I would rather have behind me in a moment like this than Major Maniac. I cannot control the laughter because it's so true.
The guy was down 0-4 in a grand finals. Won 5 maps in a row and developed the "It's never chalk" quote. That is what true definition is. A back's against the wall. You need to perform at the highest level. And if he's going to be able to install that into his players in front of him, they are always going to have belief that they can force at least a game 5.
You have to believe. You have to believe. You know what's really tough? I know there's a lot of Toronto Ultra fans in the crowd, and I know they could not believe
that happened.
That really happened. Yeah, guys, that actually happened. It was one of the most unbelievable things we've ever seen in COD history. Plenty more magic left in the tank, though, on both our teams as we descend on Skyline. The last time in this series. Are we going to a game 5, or does it all end here? Let's find out, Stud.
You need someone from P7 to just have a pop-off moment. The player I'm looking at is going to be Yuli. He loves run that SMG roll, pick up AR at times, but be the difference maker with the objective and the slaying. He needs to pop off here.
Stanley pops himself into the hill, going to get himself for the opening time as the fights are going all over the place, but at this point in time, P7, they're coming out on top. That is an ideal start for them. Again, when it comes to Skyline, you want to maintain control of this little jacuzzi as long as you possibly can, but you still want to be thinking about that left-hand side of the minimap. Good old second point, and wicked stuff again out of P7.
Big 2 coming out of Yuli. You've already been able to flip the spawns. You are soaking up every single second here at P1. Mamba and Craze trying to fight their way back on in. Have Mamba on the objective currently, but already the damage has been dealt. E7 just want to play keep away and maintain this side of the map.
It's really nice stuff, though. Again, P7, you're still holding. Hardpoint now on the mini-map, watching out for the push now through Kitchen. And that is exactly where OMiT are coming from, flying forward. Standy, a lot of work to do here. Stuns are connecting. Nades are in position now to slow them down, but all it will do is slow them down. Up over the top. Gonna get himself one more. There's the slide. Mac reads it perfectly. Onto the time we now go, and Mac and Mamba find their kills. This battle is not over yet.
And Prolo's the only one here. He's just trying to finesse, stall time for his teammates to get back into the play. Gonna hit the zip. I love the not contest angle before committing on the gunfight, because now your teammates are here to assist. Yuli through the back door, needs to try to get something done, doesn't have any ammo in the clip. Now Brack, last man standing. The push gets shut down. OMiT still in control.
Lovely tech, not showing the contest, but not enough there on the trades. Mac now on the time, as OMiT have managed to get the break relatively cleanly. They're holding on to an L. That's an awkward moment. Oh, up over the top, a bit of a team kill, but you'll take it. As Vivid still maintains control of the hard point. An easy look towards, oh, the hop, and Brack finds it. Trades once again as Craze comes out on top.
Now a slight lead for OMiT going in towards P3. You already have Mac in a position off the rotation. He's looking for a one-on-one gunfight. He's able to catch the player, push out towards Grill. Mac wins his one-on-one. OMiT have an opportunity to chain these together.
Stays alive as well. Oh, what in the hip? What in the MW2 simp hip fire was that?
Wow.
3 spree from Mac, 3 dead, hard point OMiT.
Now if you're P7, you obviously need to contest this, but you need to be crucial on your approach. You do not want to fall, allow them to take some space, because Vivid is locking down all of the middle of the map. The AR is being felt on 3 in a row. You are basically already 30 seconds into this P3 and you have yet to be contested. Now if you're P7, a crucial decision. Do we contest this? And you do, and now the spawns flip.
That's a flip. Right-hand side of the map now, all OMiT. They're in position, and by now P7 have realized that, yeah, that's a problem. Mac fighting forward, looking towards streaks as well. 5 spree. A lot of objective work being done. Sending it forward. Mac can't get any more out of the life. Craze on the trades. No streaks, but still 11-7 for Craze and full control.
And the adjustments already in for OMiT. They could not get a P4 yesterday versus FaZe Clan. But this time they're winning the rotation and initially are set up. Mac knows that there's going to be pressure on the bottom side of Closet. They're just going to send it right through the middle of the map. And this is not going to work because the ARs are watching over. You also got assistance as well from Craze just in case it gets a little bit scary. But it's just a trade fest on the bottom side of the bedroom.
Yep, Mac, just stay down. Just stay down. Stays alive for as long as he possibly can. And that is a lovely amount of time gained there from OMiT. But breaks are on, spawns are good. P7 with an opportunity to get this 30.
Yeah, beautifully played right there from P7 to win the initial gunfight on the top side, because that instantly spawns that player out. You still had the 4v3 advantage. So last man standing was Yuli, almost pops 4 in a row there. But the break opportunity here for Mac is instantly going to get shut on down. P7 keeping themselves into this game. The final 15 is going to go their way. Now if you're OMiT, the adjustment needs to come on in. Not allow them a lot of time here at P1.
That's a lot of time. Great 30, great gain there. P1 set up. Here we go into the second set. Not a whole lot separating our teams here. It's really the kills at this point in time. Prolute, the only man up in the positive for P7 in the KD department. Vivid eats a nade. Trophy now in play. Better late than never. Whoa, and Standy makes short work of him. Craze strike towards time, and lovely tags from him. Brought down again. OMiT, slight overheat.
Yeah, OMiT. A little bit of ego chows here and there, but your ARs are still filling the proper gaps. Mamba almost gets the better of Standy. You're still in control of the hard point forward now. Not a single player from P7 is on the opposite side of the map. They are trying to get the break. They're using their attacks, everything they possibly can to shut down this young man who's playing for in a row. Give me the ace, Vivid. You are a bad teammate. That's all 4 dead. OMiT still in control.
That was the highlight play right there, Craze. I mean, we're holding down the left-hand side of the minimap. We've got the P2 spawns. We're all good there. We've got a huge chunk of P1 time. But what have we done? No one has watched White Steps. And now, here come P7. They're on the inside. Vivid has got a little bit of work to do now. Up close and personal with his aims. Standy gets on the inside, bringing his Jackal to the forefront. P2 open for business, and OMiT have let him in.
Yeah, Vivid now just in a crucial position, just value his life. Look for an opening kill, create an opening for your squad over towards the kitchen side. That's now 5 in a row. Instantly going to get traded from Prolute. So P7, even though it feels like they're getting dominated, they are still keeping this game very scrappy. Only down 20.
Oh, 20 plays now through the back, through the front. Breaks good. OMiT are in. 35 to go on this one. Can they hold on to the entirety of it? Love the way that OMiT play these hard points. As soon as they get that control, they push forward. They buy that space. You're not getting to that hard point without a fight. Nobody in it for the time being, but Mac still winning those fights. Standing on the zip. Good break.
Oh. Standy's making a big time play. Can he locate this last player? He does not, so still the close spawns in for OMiT. Final 15 is going to be theirs, and this is what you need to make the adjustments at the P3, because you were only able to get 15 seconds last go around. It was Mackenzie Meltz who starts it off the rotation. Again in the same position, almost lines up a double, but is instantly going to be traded, and it's a battle for the fight.
Kitchen's in, Brack going for it. Coverage is great as well. He get himself an assault pack. Unfortunately, not what he was looking for there. That's it happens to the best of us. Mamba now trying to stay alive. Trades are fantastic. A foot race now on for the open hardpoint.
Back and forth. Someone's got to make sure we take care of that assault pack when you get a chance.
It's gone.
3 dead in the feed. OMiT again in a position to run up the score line here. P7 cannot afford to give up this time. Yuli looked like he was trying to take a trip outside of the map. Mac is able to get the better of him. Final 25 seconds. You lose these gunfights, you're going to flip on out. But Prolu is able to line up 3. P7 hold on.
That is huge. Trophy play now. Final 15 seconds, but it's not just about getting the hardpoint time. It's about maintaining the map. Right-hand side is where we are going next, folks. Back over to the bedroom. And a couple of members now of OMiT have made their way inside. Brack trying to hold the line, trying to keep them at bay. Looking over the top side of hedges, and here comes Mac. Brack finds it. Next man up, Vivid, gets it as well. Hardpoint still P7's.
Yeah, but here comes Craze from the top side.
Oh.
Him in that position is going to spawn them all the way across the map. So it's only Standy in towards the hard point. He's going to get flooded by the rookies. The break is early there for OMiT with a good chunk of time left.
Still, this is that front line get pushed forward. Mac is going to be the tip of the spear. Not going to let P7 get close whatsoever. This is going to be a big difference maker in the scoreline. Pushing it further forward. P7 now, counter-attack through the bedroom. Prolu on the flank, Standy gets his. Man on the outside still going. The trade, oh! Mac with the dive, over to Brack, down and out. What a hold.
What a hold, what a play right there from Mac. Having pop-off moments these last 2 maps. You're gonna be able to breach that 200-point mark. P7 now need to play some flawless Call of Duty. You need to keep them away from P1 and maintain the money hill at P2.
Mac is harvesting P7 right now from hardpoint. 5 spree. Looking for the 6 as well. Unbelievable stuff. Mac will secure the Hellstorm with 1 more kill. And here come P7. Desperation now starting to sink in.
Stuns and nades need to connect. We need to find an opening kill. You know the ARs are playing cover fire. Mamba on the top side is only able to get 1. Yuli's gonna fly in on the objective and find a double. So the break at a crucial moment here for P7. Now we just gotta stay down and soak up as much as we possibly can.
Soak it up, stay calm. OMiT have put themselves in such a good position, but this map is not over yet. P7 set up now for the next hardpoint as well, and this is a fantastic hold. The bedroom is popping wide open, contest complete, and that is it. OMiT are in.
And this is a good 15 seconds to take because now Mamba taking positionings away, taking so much space, wins a gunfight. Those 2 players are gonna spawn all the way across the map. If OMiT win this rotation, it's a GG.
Brack down, Mamba making moves. The mentality is good. Another kill. Can't get any more out of that life, but Vivid is now close enough to make something happen. Has to hold on, let his boys get into the play. Parallel spawns now as the foot race for reinforcements is on. Get to the hard point, send it, go! Vivid!
Now it's only on Yuli. He's gonna now fall as well. Everyone from P7 all the way across the map. You got 1 more opportunity to get back in.
1 more push, 1 more fight to stay alive. Through the top door, Mamba holding them down, holding them back, finding the kills. 2 more players by stairs from down low. Should hit the zip. Vivid has it covered. 5 seconds for the win as Mamba drives the stake into the heart of P7. And that is that. No curses lifted today. Strictly business for OMiT. And commiserations to P7.
Read the lips of Mamba right there in that player cam. You cannot beat me. That is 3 in a row on the big stage. You thought that you stood a chance after taking the opening map, but OMiT came alive, gained momentum, in the Search to Destroy, spawned in on their best control, took care of business, and made the adjustments today on the Skyline hardpoint. Well played there from OMiT. They get their rematch versus FaZe Clan.
What a moment. End of the day, we will see them play. What a spectacular series and fantastic showings from both our teams.